Yes. So before going with custom installations here, these are the basic prerequisites are there. So once once we verify these prerequisites, then we can start installation. Once again, remember to start installation, we need installation checklist is required for us, or installation ticket is required. Okay, installation ticket, which is called CR ticket, change request ticket. CR ticket is nothing but what? Change request ticket actually. Okay, so once we get that installation ticket, CR ticket, after getting that CR ticket, then we can start installation process. Okay, right. So we have seen that in the CR ticket, we have complete information is it? Instance name, whether we have to install default instance or named instance. Okay, so in which drive we have to install SQL Server. So okay, so what is service account, what is DB account, so complete detailed information is there in the installation ticket. Okay, by using that tickets here we can start installation process. Right. Right. So let's say yesterday we have seen this. Let's say I will download the software again. We can run the setup. Already we have seen. We can go to SQL Server 2019. Okay. So check here. Try SQL Server 2019. Okay. Free trial. Yeah. So which version you want to download and install? It is asking. I want to install what? I want to go with 2019 version. Other versions are also available for us. Continue. Just enter some information, any details. Okay, continue. Yeah. So we have seen that the installation startup file is downloaded. Run this, just double click on this file to start what installation process. Okay. Yeah, we have seen that previously we have used here basic installation. Now we can go with custom installation, or same we can download the software. Then we can go with what? Custom installation. Click on this download media. So select ISO image. Okay, so select the path where we have to install SQL, download the software. Click on download. Okay, download started. Actually, remember already in my machine, it is there, software is there. Very fastly it is saying download successful. Okay, actually already it is there in my machine. If I go to open folder, okay, here see SQL Server 2019. SQL Server 2019 software is there already in my downloads folder. So we can directly run the setups here. Okay. SQL Server here 2019 ISO image is it. Just right click on that ISO image, click on mount. Yeah. Now here we can run the setup. Okay. Yeah. Once we run the setups here, we are getting installation center is it. So here in this installation center, we can check here, see hardware and software requirements. We can see. Okay. So in the same way, we can go. We can check here, see actually some tools are there. Extra tools also we can download here. We'll see that later. Upgradation documentation is it means if you want to upgrade from lower versions to 2019 version, for example. Just remember link is it. We can just if I click on this, it will navigate to Microsoft website just okay, step by step. Right. Now sir, let's say for installation, go to installation. So here see first option is it install SQL Server in standalone instance installations here. So going with what standalone installation. Okay. Yes. So basically remember in case of standalone installation, yeah. So we have seen standalone is for small scale applications where we are maintaining single production server, one or more standby servers, one or more standby servers here. Single production server we are maintaining one or more standby servers. Okay, right. So check here new SQL Server standalone installation. Yeah, here see if you want to install SSMS, same thing. It will navigate to Microsoft website. We can download actually SSMS. We can run the setup. Okay, right. So here see SQL Server failure cluster installation. Two options are there. Actually, remember both the options are in disable mode actually. Both the options are in disable mode. So why? Because I'm running this setup in Windows 10, right? In Windows 10, we can't go with the cluster installation. For cluster installation, compulsory we have to go with what server operating systems. That's why, yeah, we have to in server OS only we can install cluster. That's why remember these options are grayed out. This is upgrading is it from lower version to higher versions. Right, first option I am taking here standalone installation. Yeah. So basically remember that's why what is the instance name in which path we have to install SQL Server. Okay. So all these all these remember depends on the we have to understand that all these depends on the installation ticket. Okay. After getting installation ticket, then only we can do all these activities here. By checking in the installation ticket, we have instance name, instance ID, complete information is there in the installation ticket. Complete information is there. According to that information, we can install SQL Server. Okay. Yes. Yes. So that's when more generally they will ask to start installation what is required. We have said that installation checklist is required for us. Our installation ticket is required, which is also called as here change request ticket, CR. Change request tickets here, installation ticket, CR tickets here. Right. Check here everything is okay. Windows firewall warning is there. Means in my machine firewall is on. That's why it is throwing this warning. Firewall is on. That's why it is showing what warnings here. If firewall is off, remember, yeah, it will not display this warning. And once again, remember, like, yeah, if firewall is on, we have to mention like, we have to mention here like port number after installing SQL Server. Instance port number we have to add into firewall actually. We'll see that one after installing SQL Server. Check here if I go to in the runs here firewall.cpl. See here firewall.cpl. See firewall is on. That's why it is showing this warnings here. Windows firewall warning. But if I go to turn Windows firewall, if I make it off, okay. Now here if I rerun again, see all are passed, automatically it is moving to the next page here. Okay, automatically it is moving to the next page. Right, so check here, perform new installation of SQL Server 2019. What do you want it is saying? You want to go with new installation or you want to add features to existing installation, it is asking here. Okay, so I want to go with what? New installation. Okay, I'm saying that I want to go with what? New installation. Okay, first option I have selected. Next. Okay, okay. Now check here now. It is asking which edition you want to install. Which edition you want to install, it is saying. Let's say I'm going with yeah, enterprise evaluation edition, it is saying. Enterprise evaluation edition, I am saying first one here, which is a free edition. Actually, it is enterprise edition only, which works for 180 days. Okay, right. Then, so we have other editions are there. Developer edition is it? Yeah, Express edition is it? So these are the yeah, developer edition is also free. Always it is only for development and testing purpose. Express edition is also free always. So Express edition even we can use in production environment, but it has so many limitations actually. Database can grow up to 10 GB maximum. Okay, so database can grow what up to 10 GB. Okay, so yeah, so after that, say like database can grow up to 10 GB. I'm saying what is the reason? So why? Because yeah, it is free edition, right? That's why if something is free, we can't expect, right? Everything. So yeah, so yeah, then see like yeah, initially we can go with Express edition also here for small clients, startup clients. Okay, so but we don't have here, see agent service is not there here for automation. Okay, automations here, agent service is not there here. Okay, yes, only SQL Server service is there. Let's say I'm going with evaluation edition. Check here 180 days edition. So after 180 days, it will expire. By using product key, we can enable it if want to continue. Okay, right. Next. In general, remember like if you purchase SQL Server, automatically will get here product key. If you purchase SQL Server, automatically will get here product key actually. Okay, right, right. So that is like Next, I accept. Next. Okay. Taking some time. Yeah. Now say like feature selection it is asking. Check here database engine services here, which is our database engine, where we'll get SQL Server and SQL Server agent services here. Okay. Yes. So, but we can install say like replication, full text filter, data quality services. Means for complete database server, we have to install here these four features. Replication is there already. We have seen one of the object level heavy feature. Full text filter and data quality are there. We'll see that later. So, but say database engine service should be installed compulsory. Uh, these features we can add later also. But if you want to add features later, server downtime is required for us. That's why better to go with these four options at the beginning itself. So after that, say like under shared services, shared features here which are installed only one time per machine. In that set like client connectivity tools, integration services. This is SSIS actually, which is used for automation purpose in general. So client tools SDK and connectivity software development kit actually. So we can select these options here for first time. For first times here. Yeah. So yes, that is like yes. What is just here like various services are there. Uh, various services are there. Say like client uh, tools are there. Like these are by default automatically selected. Okay, no need to worry. Take care. Instance root directory is it. C program files Microsoft SQL Server default path. But always best practice here. Don't install SQL Server. Yeah, in don't install SQL Server in C drive. So always it is best practice to go with what other than C drive. Why? Because already in C drive we have OS is there, right? Windows is there. That's why it's not recommended to go with what to install in C drive. Next, in production, sir, always better you go with different drive. Maybe in my machine. In yes drive, we have some space in yes drive. I can go with yes drive. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Instance name it is asking, sir, you want to go with default instance or named instance. But you see, if you see MS SQL Server, yesterday we have seen, it is a default instance. Okay. So already default instance is there in my laptop. That's why automatically Wizard has selected named instance. So provide some instance name. Here while learning, we can use any name, but we can in real time in the installation ticket we can see the instance name, same name we have to use here. Test server 1, I am saying any name just for identification purpose. Instance ID also it will take same automatically. See here, and see one folder is created here. See, let's say we'll install in S drive. Yeah, check here. I want to install in S drive. Go to S drive. Okay, MS SQL. Say yes, MS SQL. In this folder, I want to install. Okay, it's taking time. Means it is verifying. I think this path is valid or not. Okay. Yes. Check here. Like now, same thing. Instance ID we have mentioned. Next means it will verify whether the instance is there already with this name or not. So if it is not there, it will continue the installation process. Next. Okay. Yeah, it is verifying. Okay. So yeah, it is verifying that instance is there or not. 1 second. Yes. Check here like it is asking service account. By default here it has taken some account NT service SQL agent dollar. Basically remember service account is used by our SQL engine. SQL engine remember our SQL server services here uses this account to talk with OS Windows. Okay. Yeah. So that's remember like as a DBA remember we are communicating with the SQL server as a DBA. We are communicating with the SQL server by our own accounts. right? So, but SQL Server will talk with Windows here. Windows by their own account, by using its own account actually, SQL accounts here, which is called service account. Yes. Check here. This is yeah, we'll talk about this later. Some confusion may be there. Just remember, service account is nothing but a separate account for our SQL engine. Okay. Service account is what? Separate account for our SQL engine. Okay. Right. Right. So, here, like, yeah, startup type is there, here, automatic is there. We'll talk about this later. Just remember, SQL engine will talk with Windows, or SQL engine will talk with other servers, remember, by using this service account actually. Service account. Okay, right. So these are the startup types already we know. If the server is shut down, if the system is restarted, whether SQL Server should be started automatically or not, it depends on the service account. It depends on what service accounts. See, okay? And here startup type is a startup type is what we can change at any time. Startup types you can change here at any time. Okay, right. Okay. So grant perform volume maintenance task is it? Actually, perform volume maintenance task is a group policy. But generally remember, by using this group policy, we can improve backup and restore performance. Okay, backup and restore performance will improve. We'll see later how it will improve. Collation settings are there. Collation settings are nothing but say long page settings. Take here SQL Latin 1 General CP1 means US English CIAS. CI means remember case insensitive. AS means accent sensitive. CI is what? Case insensitive. AS is accent sensitive here. Means what? CI. By default, remember data is case insensitive here. By default, data is case insensitive, means not case sensitive, case insensitive. Means what? Like yeah, it may be like uppercase letters, lowercase letters. SQL Server will do the comparison. It will fetch the data. Means what? It will not go with uppercase or lowercase letter. For any case letters, it will fetch the data. Okay, case insensitive. Yeah. So that is like we have to understand here case insensitive and or case sensitive. Okay. Right. Right. Next, no need to change actually collation settings. Now, sir, authentication mode it is asking. You want to go with which type of authentication mode? Windows authentication or mixed mode authentications here. Okay. So Windows authentication means remember like same company users, or we can say same domain users can work with SQL Server. Windows authentication means remember same domain users can work with SQL Server. Means what? Let's say I'm installing SQL Server in BSNL domain, bsnl.com domain. Only BSNL users can work with SQL Server. Okay, outside domain users cannot work. Understood, right? Yes, yes. But remember, if the server is running in mixed mode authentication, remember, same domain users plus different domain users also can work. Same domain as well as what? Different domain users also can work. That is called here mixed mode authentication. Okay, two types of authentication options are there. Windows authentication is there, mixed mode authentication is there. Two types of authentication modes. Understood, right? Yes. Yes. Windows authentication is a mixed mode authentication, two types of authentications. So just suppose, let's say you are installing SQL Server for Airtel, but you want to allow Airtel.in, Paytm, PhonePe, GPay. Okay. So any uh, different domain application also has to access our SQL server. In that case, remember, we have to run the server in mixed mode authentication. Understood, right? We'll see in security again in detail. Just remember, Windows authentication and mixed mode authentication, two options are there. Clear? Yeah, if you are running here, see in our simple words here, if I run the server in Windows authentication mode, only I can connect here. Okay, I can connect what? Okay, so I can connect with the SQL server only from my laptop, same laptop. I can connect here. Okay, but from your laptop, let's say I want to allow you to connect to my instance, my SQL instance, then I have to run the server in what? Mixed mode authentication. Understood, right? Yes. So Windows authentication mode is it, as well as mixed mode authentication. So two types of authentication modes. We'll discuss again one more time in security module. No need to worry. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah, I'm going with Windows authentication. By default, here in SQL Server, one login is created with the name SC, System Administrator. This is the default login in SQL Server. Default login in SQL Server, here, which is automatically created. Okay, right, right. So check here now. Let's say we can change these authentication modes later also. Specify SQL Server Administrator account design. I'm saying add current user. Means currently with what name I have entered into SQL Server. For my name, login is created in SQL Server. Login is created. For my name, login is created here. Okay. Yeah. So that is like a yeah. So yeah, check here, like automatically it has added here my name here. In my laptop, I have entered with this name. For my name, one login is created SQL servers here. Okay, right, right. So we can add here by clicking on add button. We can add our colleague accounts also, extra accounts also. We can add here by clicking on add button. Okay, check here, data directories are there. These are the default folders already we have seen. We can modify now itself data file, log file locations plus backup folder also we can change now itself, or later also we can change. Later also we can change here. Okay, right, right. So TempDB is there, sir. By default, remember TempDB maintains what? All the temporary objects we have to understand. Okay, so any database query can use this space in what? TempDB. The process of sorting, grouping, joining, we have seen all these activities are done in TempDB. That's why TempDB is very, very important database for us, which is automatically created. Sure. That's why most of the queries uses is space in TempDB. That's why monitoring TempDB is important for us, and TempDB should not become full. TempDB should not become full. Sir, important for us. So sorry. So that's remember by default it is taking 8 data files here for TempDB. 8 data files it is taking here for TempDB. Okay, why? Because 8 CPUs are there here in my laptop. That's why automatically it is taking 8 data files. If I go to performance CPU, logical CPUs, logical processors, 8 that's why 8 data files are created automatically. So only one log file is there here. So that the initial size is 8 MB. Once 8 MB full, it will grow by 64 MB. Means plus 64, plus 64, plus 64 like this here automatically. Automatically it will grow by 8 MB here, 64 MB. Okay, right. Max DOP is a maximum degree of parallelism. Maximum degree of parallelism. It refers to CPU actually. How many CPUs my server can use? Same 8 CPUs are there by default in my machine. It is taking all the 8 CPUs. We can continue. Same thing here. How much memory SQL Server can use? We can configure here. See, so by default, the minimum server memory 0, maximum server memory very huge values there in MBs actually. If I take recommended, automatically it is taking say recommended value. So same thing in my machine, 32 GB RAM is it. Now it is taking here almost all 28 GB RAM for SQL Server. Remaining 4 GB is for Windows, for example. Right? Yes. So actually remember we can take now itself recommended value, or later also we can configure. We have to understand. We have to accept it is saying, Microsoft is saying accept the terms. Right. File stream is it? Basically every database has two types of files. We have seen data file and transaction log file. So we can have third type of file called here file stream file to store images, pictures, clips, something. This we'll see later, no need to enable. Check here just have click on this add current user. Here I have not changed anything. Here also no changes, no changes. Just in the memory I have selected this recommended value. Next time. Yeah, check here like whatever the options we have selected, it is showing here same options. How many 4 check boxes we have selected. Everything it has captured, the wizard has captured our inputs here into this file, see configuration file.ini. Once I click on install buttons here, it starts the installation process. Okay, this is like a custom installation is there, how we can do in a production environment. The same way here, like by using that configuration file, just now it was generated, right? By using configuration file also, we can do the installation process. I will show you. This is like how we are installing SQL Server. Just in this main steps are there, what features we have selected is important for us. Features. Okay, what features we have to install, that is important for us. Then here in which path we have to install, we have selected. Right, the same way like DB accounts we have mentioned, service accounts also we have mentioned. Okay, right. Right. So that is like how we have done here, like custom installation according to the client requirement. Okay. Yes. Try to practice this. Yeah. Just register in IT school. So Yeah, once the installation is done, that is common. We can open SSMS or you can install SSMS separately. You can download SSMS. We can install what separately SSMS. Very simple steps are there. After downloading, just we have to click next, 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 finish. Very simple steps are there. So if I click here, install SSMS down here, see, or we can search also. It is navigating to Microsoft website. Click on this download option. Immediately it will start downloading. See here. Once it is downloaded, you can run the setup. Already it is there in my machine. Once it is downloaded, remember, we can run the setups here. Okay, so check here. Once the installation is done, already we have seen, we can go to browse for more database engine. We can see here, see test SRV1, right? This is our instance. Just now we have installed. Still it is going on. It is finalizing the installation process. Okay. Okay. Once it is done, sir, we can connect. It's going on still. Meanwhile, please register in it-school.com and share your email IDs. Okay, to my WhatsApp number. I will grant the permission up to today video. You can see all the videos up to today's class. Okay, as well as module 1 soft copy material also I will upload. You can download. Right. Here completed successfully. It is saying already we have seen like server name, browse for more, database engine, test SRV1. Okay, connected here successfully. Okay, so we can start working with the databases. Right now, no databases are there. We can see here, select at the rate version. Say 2019 versions. Like this, like custom installation we can do, okay, by running the setup manually. Okay, right.